Welcome to this September special. We're post-summer and we're starting school. It feels like a new year, but it's a really good time for people to kind of unwind after the summer, refocus back into routine and calm down if your babes are starting school. So we're going to be focusing this session on grounding, your posture, mobility and breathing. So let's start by finding our breathing and mobilizing the spine. We're going to take a deep breath in to take your hands up nice and high, reaching up high out through the fingertips, feeling sit bones on the floor, lifting up through the spine, breathing in to bring your hands down. Lifting up high again, and bringing it down. So let's breathe in to lift your left arm up nice and high, breathing out to lean over towards the right. Breathe in to come back to the center, taking your left hand down, right hand up, breathe in. Breathe out to lean over to the left. Breathe in at the center. Let's go one more on each side, breathing in to lift. Breathing out to lean. In at the center. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to lean. And coming back to the center. Now we're going to try and mobilize the hips now. This isn't necessarily an easy exercise by any feat, but we try to take both legs to one side. Then we're going to rotate the hips so that you turn your position, legs go over to the other side, and you turn again, legs go around, trying to keep both feet on the floor. Let's do one more. Well done. And from here we're going to go over into your all fours position with your hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, toes tucked. Let's breathe out to push the floor away, bringing the chin to the chest, tailbone down to the floor, tummy button lifts up towards the spine. Then we breathe in to reverse in the opposite direction, melting the heart to the floor, shoulders away from the ears, tailbone up to the sky. Breathing out to push away. Breathing in to reverse. Shoulders away from the ears, melt the heart to the floor, breathing out to push. Breathing in to reverse. And coming back to your flat back, we're going to look over your left shoulder towards your left ankle, stretching and lengthening down the right side of the body, then going over onto the other side. And coming back to the center. So let's tuck the toes under. We're going to send the hips up towards the sky just briefly, pushing the heels down towards the ground. Draw tummy button towards the spine, drop the head and bend the knees slightly if you need to extend the upper back. Then bringing the knees back down again. We're only there for a brief second. We're going to take the left arm through and under, rotating the spine this time. Left shoulder comes onto the floor. We're going to look up towards the sky and use your right hand to push against the floor to rotate the spine. Then reversing, going back to the center, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, we rotate onto the other side. Breathe in at the center. Let's do one more on each side. Breathing in and rotating again. Breathing in to come back to the center. Let's tuck the toes under, lifting the hips back up towards the sky. Dropping the head down, bend the knees slightly, walking the heels down towards the floor one at a time. So we're going to spend a little bit more time here this time, just lengthening down the back of the legs, but also bending the knees to extend the upper back. So it's almost like you're melting the heart towards the floor. And when you've got that place, then trying to ease your heels down towards the ground as well. So let's bend both knees and step your right foot up in between your hands. And you can definitely use your hands to help it get up there if you need to. When you get up there, you want to make sure that your knee is above the ankle in comparison to this, for example. So knee is above the ankle. Then we drop the hips towards the floor, opening up the hips. Now roll the shoulders back and down, open up the chest and looking out in front of you. Pushing out through the back heel, enjoying a nice big hip opener. Now let's rotate the spine as well, taking the right arm up towards the sky, looking up towards the sky as well, keeping low in the hips, keeping pushing out through the left heel. Then bringing it down. We're going to bend the back knee slightly, take your right foot back to meet it, back into your downward facing dog. Bending the knees, we're going to walk the heels down towards the floor. Now remember to keep breathing, try not to hold your breath. So for example, we breathe in here and we breathe out to step your left foot up and underneath the knee. When you get there, dropping the hips down towards the floor, rolling the shoulders back and down away from the ears, open up the chest, extending the back, pushing out through the back heel. Then we add in a rotation of the spine, so left arm's coming up towards the sky, looking up towards the sky as well, keeping low in the hips. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and slowly bringing it back down. Bringing the left foot back to meet the right, back into that downward facing dog, and just having a little walk through the heels, seeing if that feels any better now. Hopefully it starts to feel a bit more comfortable, and the back is feeling like it can move a little bit more now. So let's bring the knees down, and we're going to move around onto your bum to then come down onto your back. So when you're on your back, we're going to open up the chest, pressing the back of the shoulders down into the ground. Tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards just to feel a little bit of mobility down the back of the lower back. Draw tummy button towards your spine. Now if you tilt the pelvis, draw tummy button towards the spine, lift up pelvic floor, engage the core, pressing the hands and the shoulders down into the ground, raise your right foot up into tabletop, followed by your left foot up into tabletop. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, really draw the core muscles in, feel strength through the core, feel the lower tummy working, feel strong and stable everywhere here. Then take another deep breath in, and on your out breath, drop your right heel down towards the floor. Breathe in to come up. Reset, breathe out, hold it here, contract those strong core muscles again. Breathing in. On your next out breath, dropping your left heel down towards the floor, hinging from the hip, keeping the knee at 90 degrees. Breathing in to draw it back up. Hold the knees in tabletop, breathe out to reset. Feeling nice deep breaths, controlling the body, working on your deep core stabilizing muscles to therefore help your posture. And you staying in this position, working on your breathing can really help to strengthen and stabilize those deep core stabilizing muscles, the one that feels like a corset that wraps all the way around. So on your next out breath, we're going to open the hips, both knees drop out to the side. Breathe in to come back to the center. Breathe out to open. In to close. And holding it here. Let's bring the feet down onto the floor. Tilting the pelvis again, we're going to push the hips all the way up towards the sky for a glute bridge. Squeeze the glutes at the top, hug the knees together, and then roll it back down again. Let's add in the arms. So we're going to roll the hands up towards the sky, hips come up towards the sky as well, fingertips up above the head, and then rolling yourself all the way back down. And we're going to do one more. Rolling up and rolling down. Well done, super. So now we're going to roll over onto your front. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to roll the shoulders back and down away from the ears, lifting up the chest. Onto your knees and back into a child's pose. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Then bringing your feet in, folding forward from the hips, relax the head. And we're going to bend the knees and slowly roll up through the spine, stacking the vertebrae one by one, so your head is the last thing to topple on top. Breathe in at the top, breathe out, tuck the chin down towards the chest, rolling down through the spine again. This time when you're at the bottom, we're going to roll forwards and backwards over the toes and over the heels. We're going to do another roll up, so bending the knees, slowly rolling through the spine, stacking the vertebrae one by one to get as much amount of mobility through the spine as possible. Shoulders are the last thing to roll back and down as you stand up nice and tall. Well done. So when you're standing nice and tall now, shoulders back and down away from the ears. Take a deep breath in, lift your hands up. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out, drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Now lifting up onto the toes, draw tummy button towards your spine. Breathing in to drop down, hands come down. Left hand lifts up. Breathe out to lean over. Breathe in to come back to the center. Breathe in to lift your right hand up. Breathe out to lean. Breathe in to come back to the center. And coming back down. Taking your hands up nice and wide, breathe in. Breathe out to bring your hands forward, curve your back as much as you can, tuck the tailbone under, draw tummy button towards your spine, curving the upper back. Breathe in to open up wide. Breathe out to take it behind, rolling the shoulders back and down and push the hands away from you. Well done. Give yourself a bit of a shake. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope it's helped you as much as it's helped me, and I really look forward to seeing you super soon.